Hey team, we are kind of officially in the second week of this rolling fast. I know the first week I talked to a handful of people. A few people had some really significant encounters with the Lord. I know a few of us struggled a little bit too, and so we'd encourage you guys to. Thanks. I appreciate Kathy sending out that the sense you had yesterday. I encourage those keep coming, and as you guys do have struggles or whatnot, I encourage you guys to reach out and just for some prayer support, even the day of. Hey guys, I'm really struggling today. I'd love for you to hold me up in prayer a little more. Definitely welcome that. Then a few administrative things. I sent you guys out an email asking for two things. If you guys could, make sure you send over your projected tithes and offerings over to Dan and Lisa. We have to formulate a year one budget, see what that looks like, even if I know a few of us are in the midst of job changes or whatever, but if you would just make your best guesstimate on what that'll look like in the first year, we can begin to formulate our budget. So send that over to Dan and Lisa's email address, and then also send over your database, your contact information to Jess Laguki, so that she's going to start putting together a church database for us. Just a few things as we move into this second week of the fast. The Lord's really impressed on me this idea of unity. I know many of us are still kind of scattered about, and we all haven't begin to come together up in Marion yet. Or so I just want to begin to pray for unity. Jesus, there's so in John 17 we get this beautiful picture of Jesus's prayer life, and so just before he goes to the cross, just before he gets arrested and is separated from his disciples, he first prays for his 12 apostles, and then he joins in this, or he begins this prayer for all those believers who will come through their message. And so let me just read you guys from John 17 this prayer that Jesus prayed, and then maybe that'll influence maybe the way we pray this week. And so he says, I pray also for those who will believe in me through their message, that all of them may be one. He says, Father, just as you are in me and I am in you, may they also be in us, so that the world may believe that you have sent me. I have given them the glory that you gave me, that they may be one as we are one. I in them and you in me, so that they may be brought to complete unity. Then the world will know that you sent me and have loved them even as you have loved me. It's pretty significant that there's a lot of things Jesus could have prayed. This really last prayer for all the believers to come before he would go to the cross. And the thing that he prays is that they may be one. And not only that they may be one so that the world may know that you have sent me. We have a vision, we have a mission that many of us are giving our lives for. Uprooting our families, or really investing in a new way in the city of Marion. But Jesus says here that before any of that, before anyone will know, I pray for unity. I pray for oneness. And to the measure of that oneness, to the measure of that unity, then the city will know, the world will know that you have sent me. And so as you guys spend your 1 hour prayer time this week, and then also throughout the rest of the day as it comes to mind, I encourage you guys to begin to pray for unity. Pray for unity in our body, in our plant team, the real names, the real faces, the families. Pray for unity. Pray for unity that as people come to faith, as we begin to engraft new people into this body, that we would have a sense of unity in DNA and purpose and in common love and care for one another. Pray for that unity. Begin to pray for unity among the churches in Marion. One of the things I've come to see is that there's a lot of really good churches in Marion doing a lot for the city already, and we're just blessed to be a part of what God is already doing, and maybe offer our unique expression to the city that might not have that yet. And so if you would pray for unity a lot. And then Jesus also, he closes this section as he prays to the Father for us. He says I have made you known to them, and will continue to make you known, in order that the love you have for me may be in them, and that I myself may be in them. And so let me ask you guys to do one thing this week during your 1 hour time with the Lord in prayer on the day that you're fasting. Would you set aside about 10 minutes And would you meditate? Would you be in silence before the Lord, pondering two questions? Ponder what the Lord is doing, what he desires to do right now, that he might make the Father known even more than he is right now. He says, I will continue to make you known in order that the love you have for me may be in them. And so meditate with the Lord. Go before the Lord and see, what way do you want to make yourself known, whether it be in a new way or in a reinforcing way of some way that he already has, that his love would be real in our lives, that his love would be in us. And then also meditate upon, what would it be like, Jesus says, that I myself may be in them. What does that mean for you? How have you come to see that as a real part of your walk, that having Jesus literally be in you? So pray for unity, and then I would encourage you guys to practice that kind of meditative thing, and that's in case you want to go back and refresh yourselves. That I have made you known to them. Piece is John 17, verse 26. So. Cool. I think that is all for today. Those two administrative pieces, and then I would love to see you guys have the imaginative prayer exercise, and I would love any feedback you guys have with that. Thanks, guys. Bye.